There are moments in life when attraction is obvious, and then there are moments when it's hidden behind silence, subtle gestures, and unspoken emotions. Many women don't always reveal their feelings openly. Sometimes it's fear, sometimes it's uncertainty, and sometimes it's simply because they want to protect their heart. One of the most telling signs that a woman is secretly developing feelings for you is the way she finds small reasons to stay connected. When someone begins to care about you on a deeper level, distance becomes uncomfortable. Even if she's trying to hide what she feels, a quiet desire to keep you in her world begins to show through her actions. At first, these moments may seem ordinary. She might send a message that appears simple or casual, something like asking how your day went or reacting to something you posted. On the surface, it may look like normal conversation, but when these interactions happen again and again, a pattern begins to form. The truth is, when a woman doesn't feel emotionally invested, she rarely searches for excuses to reach out. People naturally prioritize the individuals who matter to them, and if she continues finding ways to connect with you, it's often because you've started to occupy a special place in her thoughts. You may also notice that she remembers small details about you that others would easily forget. Maybe you once mentioned being busy with work or planning something important, and later she asks how it went. That level of attention reveals something deeper. When someone is falling for you, your life becomes interesting to them. They begin to listen more carefully, remembering the little things you say because those details feel meaningful. Another subtle sign is how she responds to conversations. She doesn't rush to end them. Instead, she keeps them going. She might ask follow-up questions, share stories, or add small comments just to keep the interaction alive a little longer. Sometimes she'll reply quickly, almost as if she was hoping you would message her in the first place. Other times she may take a little time before responding, not because she doesn't care, but because she doesn't want to seem too eager. There's also the possibility that she appears in places where she knows you'll be. This doesn't always happen in an obvious way. Maybe she joins conversations when you're around, participates more when you're present, or simply stays nearby longer than usual. These moments often happen quietly without any clear explanation, but they reveal a simple truth: she enjoys being around you. What's important to understand is that these actions usually come from emotion rather than strategy. She might not even realize she's doing it. Her feelings naturally push her to maintain a connection, even if she hasn't fully admitted those feelings to herself. When someone begins to fall for you, but is trying to hide it, their heart often finds subtle ways to stay close long before their words are ready to reveal the truth. Another powerful indicator that a woman may be hiding deeper feelings for you is revealed through her body language. Words can be carefully chosen and controlled, but body language often tells a story that is much harder to conceal. When emotions are involved, the body tends to react naturally, sometimes exposing what the mind is trying to keep hidden. When a woman is secretly attracted to you, you may notice that her attention shifts in subtle ways whenever you are nearby. Even in a group setting, her focus may naturally drift toward you. She might turn her body slightly in your direction when you speak, showing that she is fully engaged in what you are saying. This small physical adjustment may seem insignificant, but it often reflects genuine interest and emotional attention. Eye contact is another strong signal. A woman who has hidden feelings may find herself looking at you more often than she intends to. Sometimes you might catch her glancing at you from across the room, and when you notice, she quickly looks away. This reaction is common when someone feels both drawn to you and slightly nervous about revealing that attraction. Holding eye contact for just a moment longer than usual can also suggest a deeper level of connection. You might also notice that she mirrors some of your movements without realizing it. If you lean back in your chair, she might lean back as well. If you gesture while speaking, she may begin using similar gestures. This type of unconscious mirroring happens when someone feels comfortable and emotionally aligned with another person. It's a natural psychological response that often appears when attraction is present. There can also be small signs of nervous energy when you're around. She might play with her hair, adjust her clothing, or briefly touch her face while talking to you. These behaviors often happen when someone becomes more aware of themselves because they care about the impression they are making. It's not always about insecurity. Sometimes it's simply the body reacting to the excitement of being near someone they like. Another subtle signal is the way she reacts to your humor or presence. She might laugh more easily at your jokes, even the simple ones. Her smile might appear more often when you're part of the conversation. These reactions happen because your presence creates a small emotional lift for her, even if she's trying not to show it too clearly. Physical distance can also reveal hidden feelings. A woman who is interested may naturally position herself closer to you when possible. It might happen during conversations, while walking together, or when sitting in a group. This closeness often feels natural rather than forced because her subconscious mind is guiding her toward the person she enjoys being near. All of these signals may appear small on their own, but together they create a pattern that speaks louder than words. Even when someone is trying to keep their emotions guarded, their body often reveals the connection they feel long before they are ready to admit it openly. Another subtle but powerful sign that a woman may be developing feelings for you is the presence of quiet jealousy. Jealousy is one of the hardest emotions for people to completely hide, especially when genuine feelings are involved. Even when someone tries to appear calm and unaffected, their reactions can sometimes reveal that they care more than they want to admit. When a woman is secretly falling for you, your attention begins to matter to her. She may not openly claim that she wants that attention, but deep down, she values it more than she lets on. Because of that, situations involving other women can sometimes trigger small emotional reactions. These reactions are rarely dramatic. Instead, they tend to appear in subtle ways that are easy to overlook if you're not paying attention. For example, if you casually mention spending time with another woman, you might notice a slight change in her expression or tone. She may suddenly become quieter, ask more questions, or respond with playful teasing. On the surface, it may sound like she's joking, but beneath that humor there can be a layer of curiosity about your connection with someone else. Sometimes she might ask questions that seem lighthearted but reveal deeper interest. She could ask who the other person is, how long you've known them, or what you were doing together. These questions might come across as casual conversation, yet they often carry a subtle emotional edge. What she's really trying to understand is whether someone else holds the position in your life that she quietly wishes she had. In some situations, her response might come in the form of gentle sarcasm or playful remarks. She might jokingly accuse you of being popular with women or make comments that hint at curiosity about your romantic life. These remarks are often delivered with a smile so they don't appear serious, but they can reveal that she's paying close attention to where your attention goes. Another sign is that she may become slightly more attentive after hearing about another woman. Instead of pulling away, she might start engaging more in conversations with you, almost as if she wants to reinforce her presence in your life. This isn't always a conscious decision. It's often an emotional reaction driven by the desire to remain important to you. What makes these reactions meaningful is that they come from emotional investment. People rarely feel jealousy over someone they truly don't care about. If a woman shows even subtle signs of concern about your attention being directed elsewhere, it often suggests that your place in her life carries more weight than she openly acknowledges. These small moments of curiosity, teasing, or emotional shifts can reveal that beneath her calm exterior, there is a growing attachment she may still be trying to keep hidden. Another meaningful sign that a woman may be quietly falling for you is the way she supports you, often more than anyone else around you. When someone begins to develop deeper feelings, your happiness, progress, and well-being start to matter to them on a very personal level. Even if she never openly talks about her emotions, the way she shows encouragement and belief in you can reveal what her heart is beginning to feel. You may notice that she listens very carefully when you talk about your life, your plans, or your goals. While others might hear you casually, she pays attention to the details. If you mention something important to you, whether it's a challenge you're facing or something you're working toward, she tends to remember it later. Days or even weeks afterward, she might bring it up again and ask how things are going. That kind of attention usually comes from genuine emotional interest. When difficult moments appear in your life, she may also become someone who naturally offers encouragement. Instead of brushing things off or changing the subject, she often tries to lift your mood or remind you of your strengths. Her words may be simple, but they carry sincerity. She might tell you that she believes in you, that you're capable of achieving what you're working toward, or that setbacks don't define who you are. This kind of support stands out because it often goes beyond ordinary politeness. Many people offer encouragement when it's convenient, but someone who cares deeply tends to show up consistently. She might check in on you after an important event, ask how a meeting went, or remember something you were nervous about and later ask how it turned out. These gestures show that your experiences stay on her mind even when you're not together. Another sign is how she reacts to your successes. When something good happens for you, her excitement may feel genuine and immediate. She might congratulate you enthusiastically, smile more brightly, or show real pride in your accomplishments. Sometimes she may even celebrate your victories as if they were her own. That reaction often comes from emotional connection rather than simple friendliness. There are also moments when her support appears quietly in everyday situations. She might defend you in conversations, speak positively about you to others, or encourage your ideas when others seem uncertain. In those moments, her loyalty and belief in you become very clear. What makes this kind of support significant is that it usually grows from emotional attachment. When someone begins to fall for you, your journey begins to feel connected to theirs. Your struggles matter to them, your victories bring them joy, and your growth becomes something they genuinely want to see. Even if she never openly admits her feelings, her consistent encouragement and belief in you can reveal a depth of care that words alone often fail to express. In many situations, real feelings are not revealed through bold confessions or dramatic moments. More often, they appear quietly through small behaviors, subtle reactions, and consistent patterns that slowly reveal what someone's heart is experiencing. When a woman is falling for you but trying to hide her true emotions, she rarely announces it directly. Instead, her actions begin to tell the story long before her words ever do. You may notice the effort she makes to stay connected with you. Even through the smallest conversations, you may see it in the way her body language changes when you're around, the way her eyes linger a little longer, or the way she naturally gravitates toward you in a room full of people. Sometimes it appears in the form of subtle jealousy when your attention shifts elsewhere, or in the quiet but powerful support she gives you when you're chasing your goals or facing challenges. Each of these signs alone might seem small or insignificant, but when several of them appear together, they create a clear pattern. They reveal that beneath her calm or guarded exterior, there may be emotions growing that she hasn't fully expressed yet. It's important to remember that people hide their feelings for many reasons. Sometimes it's fear of rejection. Sometimes it's uncertainty about whether the feeling is mutual. And sometimes it's simply because opening up emotionally requires vulnerability, something that not everyone finds easy. The key is not to rush or force those feelings into the open. Instead, pay attention, be patient, and respect the pace at which emotions naturally unfold. When someone feels safe, valued, and understood, they often become more comfortable revealing what they truly feel. Because in the end, the strongest connections are rarely built through pressure or expectation. They grow through trust, attention, and the quiet understanding between two people who slowly realize that their feelings are stronger than they first allowed themselves to admit.